Hello, Shivani.
So today, Shanti, she cannot join.
Okay.
So I asked if Yang can record.
Yang is recording?
Yang.
Okay, I'm allowing you permission. Very good.
大家早上好。Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I can see Maureen and Natalie and Myra and Shivani. Okay, let me get you started, Shivani. So you are okay? Good. And who else? I can see Lynn and Satya. So welcome, everybody. And we are going to share the screen. Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about nakshatras again, but strengths and weaknesses in nakshatras. And we have reached lesson 20. And this is me with my nakshatra book. So we continue with the chanting. And this photograph of Lord Ganesha is from Bali. I was in Bali a few years ago, and I don't know, it's beautiful Bali, and they have a lot of, Lord Ganeshas and Indian deities everywhere. It's really very nice. So let us start the chanting. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Brahma Murari Sripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Soto Budhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Ketav Sarve Graha Shanti Bhavo. Om Dadhi Shankatusharabham Shirodaranava Sambhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambho Mukata Bhushanam. So, today we are doing the Shani Nama mantra as a practice. Om Shaniye Namaha. Om Shaniye Namaha. Om Shaniye Namaha. So, This is my Nakshatra book. So you can get it from the Amazon and as well as other retailers, hard copy or digital. And some of the stuff I'm teaching today may not be in the manual. So if you have my book, then it is very easy to study there. So today we are focusing on strengths and weakness in the nakshatra. So I am going to explain this just now, but then from next week when we are doing the nakshatras in detail, then this information will get repeated again. So, this is sort of setting the stage for what is coming next week. And today we are using Freddie Mercury's chart. 5th September 1946, 6:30 a.m., Zanzibar, Tanzania. Freddie Mercury, famous singer, and he was a writer and singer for Bohemian Rhapsody as well as the band Queen. And here we have his chart, and we'll discuss this information. So today we are going to talk about two strengths that you will discover, Vargottama and Pushkara. And then one challenging position, which is Ashtam Amsha. So note that the padas are shown in chart form as Navamsha. So here if we see, we have these Navamsha charts, and basically Navamsha chart is nothing but indicating what are the padas of the nakshatra. It will take you some time to get your head around it, because this is basic, yet it is a complicated part of Jyotish. So these strengths create unexpected opportunities and blocks. Weaknesses create blocks in the growth of soul. Navamsha and Nakshatra Pada, one and the same thing, and we will study Navamsha separately in the course. But remember that Padas are shown in chart form as Navamsha. So this is very important to understand. So Vargottama. Varga means division, Uttama is supreme. Planets placed in the same sign in the Rashi and Navamsha Pada are called Vargottama. This gives added strength to the planets, and to the ascendant also can be Vargottama. Now, when we are looking at the planets, we study them. Are they exalted? Are they debilitated? Are they own sign? But the strengths we are looking: exalted, own sign, and Vargottama. So this is not, although this is a more advanced concept, in study, we would look at Vargottama as immediate aspect that is there. It is a great position for planets to be in, even if planets become debilitated in Vargottama. So some positions are there that planets can be debilitated, and these are the Vargottama placements. And here we see Ashwini Pada 1, Punavasu Pada 4, Chitra Pada 3, Uttara Ashada Pada 2. Basically, planets placed in 0 to 3 degrees 20 in Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. These four signs are called cardinal signs. So if you have a planet in the Rashi chart between 0 to 3 degrees 20, or if it is your ascendant placed there, then this is very special energy. Then the second one, Rohini, Rohini Pada 2, Purva Phalguni Pada 1, Anuradha Pada 4, Shatabhishak Pada 3. And these come at 13 degrees 20 to 1640, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Collectively, they are known as fixed signs. And finally, Punavasu 3, Chitra 2, Uttarashada 1, Revati 4, 2640 to 30 degrees, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. So there are 3 degrees, 3 sections you have to remember: 0 to 320 in Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn in cardinal signs, 1320 to 1640 in fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and 2640 to 30 Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. A planet placed in those degrees gets very strong, and strong means positive. That means he has the capacity to deliver for you. And this is definitely a first thing that I study when I'm looking at the charts to see what is happening. And so this is Freddie Mercury's chart, and normally what we look is he's Leo ascendant, his sun is in Leo, so we know that's his own sign, a strong aspect. And then look at all the charts, and I can see here that Jupiter is 2 degrees 57 in Libra, and therefore that would be in the same sign, in the same pada, in the Navamsha. Remember, Navamsha is the chart representation of the padas. So this particular nakshatra is Chitra nakshatra, and he has Jupiter, same 7, 7. And South Indian chart is quite good here, because in South Indian chart, what you see is that these boxes, these are all sign boxes. And here sign boxes, and especially if you want to locate quickly, like I'm doing, you see this box here, Venus. This is the box for Libra. Sorry, not Venus and Jupiter are there, but in the Navamsha, which is the Pada chart, only Jupiter is placed there. So Jupiter is Vargottama from Freddie Mercury. And so Jupiter is Vargottama in Libra Rashi, Libra Pada. And what does Jupiter represent in his chart? It represents his moon. His moon is in Sagittarius. It rules the moon. And Jupiter is fifth house ruler, which is to do with creativity, writing. So you see that Jupiter, he was very artistic, very creative. And also thinking, Mon. So that Vargottama planet is very good. So they say that if you have Vargottama planets, it rises your status and position. And in my experience, I have seen that people with Vargottama, if they have 1 or 2 Vargottama planets, it raises their profile. It's a very good thing to have. So as I said, it is one of the first things I see. When I'm looking at the planets, I see, are they exalted, own sign, Vargottama. These are the most important factors. Now, can somebody remind me what chart we were looking last week?
I think you ended with me.
Myra?
Yeah, I think I
Okay.
was the last one last time.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So I have this chart here today. You can see this is the chart for now. So this is the Rashi and Navamsha is the chart representation of the Vargas. And today what we can see is that Sun is Vargottama. Sun has just gone into Cancer and it is in Cancer Pada. 0 to 320 of Cancer is Vargottama. So Sun is strong, and so we go to Monica here. And so I can see here Monica has Saturn Vargottama. So Saturn is 28 degrees 7 minutes of Sagittarius, 2640 to 30 degrees Sagittarius is Vargottama. So that is there. It's easy to see in South Indian chart. So you can see Saturn remains in this block. Then Venus is Vargottama as well. Venus is 2 degrees 43 in Capricorn. And Sun is Vargottama as well, fixed sign. So this is very strong element. Sun is 13 degrees 29. So basically Mohini has end of a mutable sign. Saturn is Vargottama, beginning of cardinal sign. Venus is Vargottama, and middle of fixed signs. Sun is Vargottama. So having 3 planets Vargottama, this is quite rare to have, and it gives an added strength to the chart. When we are looking at the chart, we are looking at this aspect. And so Monica, ascendant can also be Vargottama, but Monica doesn't have ascendant Vargottama. And the easiest way to look at is Saturn is Vargottama again. And Saturn is, see, in the middle of fixed sign. So it's 13 degrees 53, 1320 to 1640 of Scorpio is Vargottama. And these are degrees that you have to remember, because you don't need to look at the chart below to see whether the planet is Vargottama. You should be able to look at the chart immediately and see whether it is Vargottama or not from the degrees. So these are some things that you have to remember in your chart. And so this is Muthu's chart, and Muthu has no Vargottama planet. So ascendant is also not Vargottama. So you see, there are a lot of strengths. So don't worry if you don't have Vargottama, because there may be something else that comes up, and we would look at that. So then Natalie here is so first you always look at whether the ascendant is Vargottama or not. So Natalie has moon at 1 degree 12 minutes of Cancer. It is Vargottama. And that is it. So moon is Vargottama. That is one planet Vargottama is there. So anything that moon rules the 11th house, which is house of money, it also deals with emotions and happiness. And so moon being Vargottama is very good, because it's like a foundation, like what is above is below. So it is a Vargottama planet is very important. And let us look at a couple of more charts. Sabrina, we can see that Sabrina, you don't have any Vargottama planet. And as I said, there'll be something else. You see, there are only one position per in charts, that is Vargottama. So it's not everybody who has Vargottama planets. And this is Sage's chart, and so if I'm missing, so Sage, you also don't have Vargottama. Now, only thing is this, that Sage's ascendant is 5 degrees 48 minutes. And so if you are unsure of the time, 0 to 3:20 would be Vargottama in Libra. So that means it is quite a distance of time. We have your time at 3:26. So usually I would not change the time, but sometimes with very little difference in the ascendant, we can look at it. So any questions about Vargottama, anything you'd like to ask? Okay. So the next strength that we are looking at is Pushkara. Pushkaras are special places in the zodiac. They enhance the quality of the chart. Push means to nourish, Kara means who does or what causes. So there are specific areas in the chart that nourish the planets that are placed there. So this is a very interesting aspect to study. So there are two things that we are looking at. There is a Pushkara degree and a Pushkara Navamsha or Pada. So Pushkara is used in connection to purification of the 12 sacred rivers of India and the correct time to bathe in them so that the sins of past life can be washed off. Sacred rivers are energized with further divine energy, and this is the time, Pushkara time, to bathe in them. So you see, in every country, rivers are sacred because they provide us with water so that we can irrigate. They provide us with food, and generally there in India, 12 rivers are regarded as sacred. So those 12 rivers are purified annually, but that doesn't mean the others are not. In other countries, we don't have this information, but you could have the major big rivers of your country also. Like I go here from here, a few, actually very close to where I live is the American River. And then about 2 hours away is Yuba River. So all these are very important energy sources, spiritual energy sources as well. So same in your country, whichever country you are, then those will be. So there are 12 sacred rivers in India. They become energized once every 12 years. And many prayers and pujas are held around those rivers to purify them. So I have 2 articles on my website under resources. You can look up under library and you can find them. And I talk about Pushkara in great detail. So basically the concept of Pushkara is that Pushkara nourishes the quality of the planet placed within it. This can purify the quality of the planet and give it a boost. So central to the Indian thought process or the Vedic thought process is that we go to the pilgrimage to the sacred rivers and pilgrimage sites, and we bathe in the sacred waters so that we purify our old karma. So our planets that are controlling us, we work with them and try to purify them. So Pushkara, Navamsha or Pada are not given in many texts. They are secret part of Vedic astrology in which when you dig deeper, you come up with gems of analysis. Secret part was essential to give serious astrologers insight where the amateurs could fail. You see, today I talked about Vargottama. That is also part of the nakshatra, but then Pushkara as well. These are sacred places in your chart. So what are the sacred places? Now, in the Pushkara Padas, they are divided by the elements. So the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 20 to 2320, 26, 40 to 30 degrees are Pushkara degrees, and the Padas are Libra, Sagittarius. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, 0 to 640, 640 to 10, 1320 to 1640. These are Pushkara. Then air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, 1640 to 20 and 2320 to 2640. And water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 0 to 320 and 640 to 10. Now, what you see in the padas is that the padas are always belonging to a benefic sign. So these padas, you see Libra, Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, mostly Venus and Jupiter, but in the water signs, they belong to Cancer and Virgo, so Moon and Mercury. But all these are natural benefics, ruled by natural benefics. So then there is a Pushkara degree. So if you think about the Pushkara Pada, that is this big, but the degree is like just that precise if the planet is, and 21 degrees Aries, 19 Leo, 23 Sagittarius, 14 Taurus, 9 Virgo, 14 Capricorn, 18 Gemini, 24 Libra, 19 Aquarius, 8 Cancer, 11 Scorpio, 9 Pisces. So it seems a lot to remember, but the software does it for you. So anyway, so there are 2 nourishing Navamsha Padas in every sign, 24 in all. That means once an hour during the day, you will experience a Pushkara Pada. Pushkara Pada can be classified as following. 4th Pada of Rahu Nakshatras, Ardhara, Swati, Shatabhishak. 2nd Pada of Moon Nakshatras, Rohini, Hasta, and Shravana. 1st and 4th Pada of Sun Nakshatras, Kritika, Uttara Phalguni, and Uttara Ashada. 2nd and 4th Pada of Jupiter Nakshatras, Punavasu, Vishakha, Purvabhadra. 2nd Pada of Saturn Nakshatras, Pushya, Anuradha, Uttarabhadra. 3rd Pada of Venus Nakshatras, Bharani, Purva Phalguni, Purva Ashada. So when I'm actually from next week onwards, I'm going to talk about these. I'm going to discuss with each nakshatra all these things. So you'll get more information about them as we go along. So this is Freddie Mercury's chart, and you can see here that the star against his ascendant, Purva Phalguni, has a star against it, which means that is Pushkara, and the sun, Purva Phalguni as well, but it has a plus point next to it. That means that is in exact degree of Pushkara. So you don't need it. This says planet nakshatra and Pushkara Navamsha degree. So here we see that the software will tell you whether you have. So in Freddie Mercury's chart, his ascendant and ascendant ruler, he's a Leo ascendant and ascendant ruler. Both are Pushkara. So that gave him, great success, fame, as well as just generally Pushkara on an average thing gives you plus point. But if you are working to try to be more spiritual, then it purifies you, it improves you, it raises you on a higher level. We must remember that a pop star or a movie star or a other celebrity, they may not be looking to purify. So then you could see that maybe this is a plus point to have in the chart. So let's just look at Sandy's chart. And now what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to just put the, actually I'll put it here, sorry. So here in the software, I put planet nakshatra table plus Pushkara. So now we get this information from here. And if you don't have the software, then you have to work it out yourself. But here you see in Sandy's chart, her ascendant is Pushkara, Moon is Pushkara, and Saturn is Pushkara. So 3 planets are Pushkara, and so they are in very special positions in the chart. And Sattara has Mercury, Pushkara, and it says a plus. That means Mercury at 17 degrees 40 of Gemini is the exact degree of Pushkara Pada. So it is, Pushkara degree and Pushkara Pada. So this is excellent. That means thinking, analytical skills, all what Mercury stands for is very positive. And then Rahu is also Pushkara. Now, Rahu is usually a disruptive planet, but by being in Pushkara, it can calm the energy down. It sort of purifies the Rahu energy as well. Satya, here we can see Venus is Pushkara and Rahu is Pushkara. So at this stage, we are taking that as a positive aspect in our chart. We are not trying to look at too much analysis, but you could say this is a special blessing. And here we have a Sun in Pushkara, Mars in Pushkara, and Rahu in Pushkara. So the houses they rule, the signification of the planet, and all those get a positive aspect in it. And then Shubha. So Shubha, you don't have any planet in Pushkara. See, if you don't have a planet in Pushkara, you can still work and purify the energy, because it is, you know, it's about purification and using that energy to self-improve yourself. And I'm just looking at whether you have any planet in. So there is a myth connected to the Pushkara energy, and I'm just going to. So after a prolonged penance, a Brahmin called Tundila was granted a boon that he would remain permanently with Shiva in the form of Jala Mayatva Siddhi. Shiva has 8 forms, and one of them is Jala Mayatva Siddhi, the ability to live in water. Not everybody can live in water, but Tundila had a special boon that he became known as Pushkara, the one who nourishes the world, as his penance gave him the power to purify all the holy rivers for the benefit of all. Brahma wanted water for creation, and Pushkara's ability to purify it. So he pleaded with Lord Shiva to allow Pushkara to live in his Kamandal, the water pot that Brahma keeps by his side. Brahma resolved the situation by asking Pushkara to stay with Brihaspati for 12 days when the latter was entering a new Rashi, and 12 days when he was leaving it. Daily, Pushkara would stay with Brihaspati for a length of 2 Mahuratas, 48 minutes, and Brahma, accompanied by all gods, would go with Pushkara to the holy river, being blessed. So when Jupiter changed signs in April 2023, 12 days before it changed signs, 12 days after, this was called the time of Pushkara. So when you don't have planets in Pushkara, then you can use that time to heal and rejuvenate your planets. Brihaspati stays in one Rashi for 1 year. It takes 12 to complete a cycle of the zodiac. When Brihaspati comes into a Rashi, then Pushkara would be with him for 12 days, Adi Pushkara, and the last 12 days, Antya Pushkara, as Brihaspati exits the Rashi. When people bathe in the holy river at the time of Pushkaran, they take the blessing of Jupiter into the next 12-year cycle of Brihaspati. So these are the holy rivers. Mesha, this is where Jupiter is right now. Ganga is the river that is being purified. Vrishabha, Reva, Mithun, Saraswati, Kartaka, Yamuna, Simha, Godavari, Kanya, Krishnaveni, Tula, Kaveri, Vrishchika, Bhima, Dhanush, Pushkara, Vahini, Makara, Tungabhadra, Kumbha, Indus, and Meena, Parinita. Indus River is now mostly all in Pakistan. So I think for Kumbha also, the purification is done for Ganga. But these are kind of spiritual rituals that are done that are kind of indicating our inner purification. So then there is the city of Pushkar. Some of you may have visited it. The temple town of Pushkar in Rajasthan is blessed, as the lake is the living Kamandal of Brahma. There is a rare Brahma temple there as well. This is one of the holiest places, and people throng there to find absolution for negative past karma. So there is a big festival there at full moon in Taurus. It's called the Kartik Purnima festival. Although these days it has become a camel festival. So people go and they don't think about the sacred aspect of it. And this is Pushkar. I took these photographs, and you can see it's not a very big pond or lake. And this is a Pushkar town, small town, everything's white there. And this was a view from my hotel room. This is the lake here. And then I just took a picture from Google or online. See, there are people bathing in the ghats. My mother, she's 92 now. So she went to Pushkar when she was 7 years old. So 85 years ago. And at that time, she said that in Pushkar, there were alligators in the water, but the alligators didn't bother you. You did your spiritual discipline. And even today, in all the temples, they have a Pushkarni, a little a water tank where people go and bathe in it, or you just take a little water and throw it over you. A lot of these tanks have got, uh, the temples don't have the money to, really clean them up. So people still believe a lot in it, and they will, you know, wash they'll go and take water with the right hand and pour it over their head as a purification ritual. So the holy dip at Pushkar Ghats, the rishis and spiritualists wait for Pushkar time to rise before they take a dip in the holy waters. We can get the same blessing by choosing Pushkara Lagna rising in our Mahurata. We can understand this. And also when the 12 days of Pushkara are happening, that is also a sacred time. So planets in Pushkara get similarly blessed and can lose all their negative qualities. In charts where the Lagna and planets are in Pushkara Pada or Bhaga, you should want to make the changes to find the blessings. Otherwise, these positions can remain unrealized blessings or some blessings, but on a more spiritual path, once you understand that that is there, then it raises your energy up. So Jupiter in Pushkara is the best planet to get, because the whole story is about Jupiter and how Jupiter transit creates the Pushkara. So if you have Jupiter and Pushkara, so far we didn't find any, and that is a super lucky factor to have. And so here again in Freddie Mercury's chart, his ascendant and sun both are in Pushkara, and they would have given an added benefit for him. And sun especially is in the exact degree of Pushkara. And as I said, he's a pop star. He was maybe not looking for a spiritual side of life, but still it would help to have that. So Pushkara should be used in Mahurata, natal astrology, anything under consideration. Other factors can be prashna, relationship compatibility. I look at Pushkara in the chart just as to see, is there any planets in a special blessing place? When I'm looking at the chart, I look at the quality of the chart, say exalted own sign and Vargottama, and I look at Pushkara because the software is also giving the Pushkara positions extra strength if both Lagna and 10th Lord are in Pushkara. Jupiter in Pushkara is very special. Pushkara will bring strength to the chart, nourish the planets that are placed there. Individual may not immediately gain the strength, but is guided through these auspicious degrees to work with their issues, accept them, learn to overcome them. It is a very nice thing to have. And so let us just look at a couple of more charts. So snow here. There you see Jupiter is in Pushkara. So in the kind of special text which talks about Pushkara, they pay extraordinary importance to Jupiter. So if Jupiter is in Pushkara, then that is a special quality of the guru, the advisor. You get the best advice, inner advice to yourself. You can think about improving, purifying other planets as well. I can see here quickly, Saturn is Vargottama. You see, in the charts, you are looking for all these factors that strengths in the chart. And these strengths make a lot of difference. And Sophia has Mars in Pushkara, Venus in Pushkara and plus. That means Venus is exact degree of Pushkara. So that is a very good blessing for you, Sophia, because Venus is your ascendant ruler. So having the ascendant ruler in Pushkara is one of the rules. 10th house ascendant ruler, but one is good enough. And Venus is placed in the 10th house for you. You see, the thing about the 10th house, why they have given importance to the 10th house, is that 10th house is the house of karma. And if we have the 10th house strong, that means we are thinking about purifying our karma. But it can also mean that if you're thinking about career and career opportunity, then that can also come for you. Then Sukanya, here we see Mars is Pushkara, Jupiter. Pushkara. This morning, lot of students had Jupiter and Pushkara. So evening class also we can see Jupiter and Pushkara. And Jupiter is 6 degrees 57 of Taurus. So that is, yeah, you can see in the Pisces Pada here. So it is, and Mars, although it's in a different area, Mars also is in Pushkara. So you have, and Jupiter for you, Sukanya, is also 10th Lord in Pushkara. Yang, there we see Mars in Pushkara. So a lot of people have Mars in Pushkara. Here, see, Mars is also the 5th Lord for Yang. So being in Pushkara, it's very nice. And you also have Jupiter Vargottama, I can see that. And Mercury also Vargottama. See, when we are looking at the chart, we are just before we start kind of trying to analyze it, we are seeing what are the things that are standing out in the chart and what are the special factors in the chart. That is not just what is the outer decoration, the inner story of the chart. So here we see Zoe, and again we can see Jupiter in Purva Bhadra. There we see it is in Pushkara, and Venus also is in Pushkara. And Yunnan, here we see Mercury is in Pushkara. I think Mercury is good for all of you who are studying, and especially Jyotish, having Jupiter, Mercury, these are the planets of thinking planets, Venus. These are important planets to have. So So any questions, anything anybody has? So after looking at two positive things, we are going to see the challenges that these padas represent. So this is the Ashtam Amsha. Ashtam means 8 and Amsha is pada or Navamsha. A planet in Ashtam Amsha, a planet is in Ashtam Amsha when it is placed in the 8th sign position from its Rashi position in the Navamsha or pada. If Sun is 11 degrees Virgo, it is in Aries pada. It is placed in the 8th sign from its position in Rashi. This creates an inner tension, lack of cohesion between Rashi and Nakshatra. So just like I'm looking at, when I start looking at the chart, I'm looking for Vargottama, I'm looking for Pushkara. I'm also seeing if something is in Ashtamamsha. 8th house is always regarded as a complicated house. So if the planet moves from its own position to the 8th house position in the pada, that is an added complication. Planets in Ashtam Amsha feel challenges. They can be unexpected developments regarding their role as house rulers and Karaka. Lagna in Ashtam Amsha feels perpetually unsettled. So just like if you have a Lagna in Vargottama, it's a very strong position to have. But if you have Lagna in Ashtam Amsha, that is a more difficult aspect. Ashtam Amsha is one of the difficult positions for Lagna and planets to be placed in. This position has to be handled with great sensitivity. And especially when I'm talking to clients about this position, I am being cautious that how I am working with this aspect, because then I don't want to give them a totally negative view, because this is part of the structure of the chart. So if you understand it, then you can work with it. So the Ashtamamsha, there are only 8 positions in the chart that are Ashtamamsha. So 23 degrees 20 to 2640, Aries Rashi, Scorpio Pada, this is Bharani Pada 4. 10 degrees to 1320 Gemini, Capricorn Pada, Ardhara Pada 2. 2320 to 2640 Cancer, Aquarius, Ashlesha Pada 3. 10 degrees to 1320 Virgo, Aries, Hasta Pada 1. 2320 to 2640 Libra, Taurus, Vishakha Pada 2. 10 to 1320 Sagittarius, Cancer, Mula Pada 4. 2320 to 2640 Capricorn, Leo, Dhanishta Pada 1. And finally, 10 to 1320 Pisces, Libra, Uttarabhadra Pada 3. Now, in this position, what you see is that in cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, 23 degrees 20 to 2640 is a sensitive degree which is unsettled. And in mutable signs 10 to 1320, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. There is no Ashtamamsha in fixed signs. So here I have again eighth Navamsha of cardinal signs is Ashtamamsha, Bharani, Aries, Ashlesha, Cancer, Swati, Libra, Dhanishta, Capricorn. So the padas are always the eighth sign from itself. And fourth Navamsha of mutable signs is Ashtamamsha, Ardhara, Gemini, Capricorn Navamsha, Hasta, Virgo, Aries, Mula, Sagittarius, Cancer, Uttarabhadra, Pisces, Libra. There are no Ashtamamshas in the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So there are only 8 positions which are, we could say, unsettled, turbulent, and sometimes in the chart you can see that a person has a number of these positions. Therefore, they have an unsettled life. But unsettled can also mean that they are traveling a lot, they are doing different things all the time, they don't have a fixed job, or there can be changes happening internally, not outside that you can see. So there are only 8 nakshatras that have Ashtamamsha. They are Bharani, Ardhara, Ashlesha, Hasta, Vishakha, Mula, Dhanishta, and Uttarabhadra. Each of these nakshatras showed difficult aspects of soul growth, where there are struggles to integrate their inner needs with outer desires. So this is Charlie Chaplin's chart, and you may know him. He was a great comedian, very larger than life personality. But here we see his moon and ascendant is Libra, and the ascendant ruler Venus has gone 25 degrees 48 in Aries. It is retrograde, and if we look here, the degrees, Aries 2320 to 2640 is Ashtamamsha. And you can also see that it has gone from Aries to Scorpio. So if we count from Aries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now the Ashtamamsha situation for Charlie Chaplin, we could say that his ascendant ruler and moon ruler is retrograde. And so, and it is Ashtamamsha. So this could also give his very crazy comedy, his timing, his very unusual personality. But on the negative side, he was being involved with very young women. And here you see Venus is Karaka for women. And therefore, he got, he was going to get persecuted in USA, and he left USA and he lived his life in Switzerland, which did not have a treaty with USA for extradition. So you see that Venus aspect, Ashtamamsha. This is an extreme case because he is, you know, in the limelight, and fame is very difficult to manage. You know, sometimes when you're super famous, people think they can do anything. And then this is Meghan Markle's chart, and she's Cancer Lagna. You can see her ascendant is 041. So she has Vargottama ascendant, which gives her great strength. But her ascendant ruler, moon, is at 11 degrees Gemini. Saturn is 12 degrees and Jupiter is 13 degrees. So she has 3 planets that are in Ashtamamsha. And here we can see that, I think I forgot to put her chart here. This is not her chart, excuse me. I shall get her chart here. I don't know. Just get everything here. We can put her chart here so that it's in the database. So Meghan Markle is married to to Prince Harry, and she is also American actor, and I think she's doing a lot of other things as well. So you can see her ascendant, but in this combination for her is the complicated combination because it is going from Virgo to Aries. So from Virgo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Aries is the 8th house. So this Ashtamamsha position for her can bring sudden changes for her. So for example, like suddenly she got married, then she was living in UK, then sudden change, come back to USA, then recently she had a contract with Spotify and it just shifted. So these Ashtamamsha sometimes one is not prepared that it can bring some big changes in life. This is something that you need to look in your chart because I'm not going to be looking at Ashtamamsha for you. That is part of your homework. So planets may appear strong in their pada but can be in conflict. Mars in Scorpio pada of Aries, Venus in Taurus pada of Libra, Jupiter in Cancer pada of Sagittarius, and Venus in Libra pada of Pisces. Maybe these four are not as difficult as the others, but my experience is always that when the planet is in either the ascendant or planet is in Ashtamamsha, it brings some inner unsettled energy, whether outside you show or not. The inner person feels very unsettled, and the planets that rule those houses in Megan's case, she has a Jupiter, Mars, Saturn are also in planetary war, and then her moon is connected to it. So and when you're living a very materialistic life, then Ashtamamsha is more difficult. So what are the remedies you can do for Ashtamamsha? Ashtamamsha will bring sorrow in material life. So you have to learn to detach from it, from the issues that it has brought. Consciously healed relationships that have become fractured, and yoga, Vedanta simplify your life. Sometimes complicated, too much materialistic expectation, then Ashtamamsha is more difficult for that. General, remedies are all similar: mantra, fasting, donation, karma yoga. Karma yoga is one of the best remedies. You do some selfless service for somebody, for people, for the planet, that you can do. And that is very good, where you can offer your services, not wasteful offering, but to good causes that you can offer your services. So you have an assignment this week, to analyze one of these three positions, Vargottama, Pushkara, Ashtamamsha, in your own chart, and not let me know because Keiko is checking, and 200 words only. So assignments sent to Keiko, put assignments 20 or class 20. Deadline is Friday midnight, and late assignments will not be checked. Keiko is traveling, but she said she's going to check. And all assignments should not be more than 200 words. So two things that the assignment doesn't get checked. One, it is late, and second, it's too long. And when you're doing the assignment, then you think, I only want to write about one of them, not all the aspects in the chart. So think about one aspect and concentrate on it and keep it short. So next week we are going to start with Ashwini to Ashlesha. I will be looking at your moon signs, and we will be looking at each nakshatra in detail, and then also again talking about Vargottama, Ashtamamsha, Pushkara, all those positions we'll be talking about. So I'm open for questions. Anybody?
Vilaji, in the software, is there any indication for Ashtamamsha like there is for Pushkara?
No.
So we'll have to calculate.
Yeah.
We'll have to just check
Yeah.
it.
Some things maybe they've given all the positive. Even Vargottama is not there. Only Pushkara is there.
Vargottama is easy to check from the
Yeah.
South Indian chart.
Yes, very easy to check. Yes.
Thank you.
Komalan,
Yes.
does all the rules of Vargottama, Pushkara, and Ashtamamsha apply to applicable to the transits as well? Planetary transits,
Yes, they can be. Yes.
all of them.
All of them, yes. By transit, mostly what we like to watch is Vargottama. So like if, and the major planets. So for example, Saturn, Venus, Rahu, Ketu. And so if Jupiter is going through Pushkara, that's maybe not as much, but definitely Vargottama and Ashtamamsha. So that is taken into account.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, hi, Camilla. This is okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I was just wondering for the Pushkaras,
It's a push
like
and kara.
push? Oh, it's
Like,
two. Yeah.
no, they're
Okay.
together. It's one word, but you know, if you remember push, like pushing,
Right.
push.
Push kara. Right. So it's a blood, like you said that in my chart it was Venus with the plus, and so is that going to just push the qualities that are already existing there that with that planet, or is that sort of the
No,
it's
that
like,
is a very good thing to have. 1 sec. I've now moved that. I'll just look at another chart. Yeah. Yeah, that is excellent. You have, your main thing is you have ascendant in Pushkara, which is very good, and Vargottama ascendant. And then you have Mars in the exact point. I don't think, oh, I've got Venus here. Sorry, excuse me.
oh, I think this is yeah, sorry, I was confused.
I'm looking at, I was thinking, okay, there you have. So you have Mars in Pushkara degree, and you have a lot of Pushkara here. You have Mercury, Jupiter. I think Jupiter's also got a star. Not Jupiter doesn't have a star. Let me see the degree of Jupiter. Jupiter's 28. No, that is not Pushkara. Jupiter is not Pushkara. Yeah. But Venus is Pushkara. So yes, your ascendant ruler is Pushkara. So all the qualities of, Venus will get enhanced and help you.
Okay. And then in the 10th house.
Yeah, it's in the 10th house, and Venus is your ascendant ruler as well. So that's
Right.
the best one to have in Pushkara.
Okay.
And also
And-
Venus is a guru. So although he doesn't have that special Jupiterian quality, but Venus also has got a lot of knowledge and
Mm.
wisdom. Yes.
And it can be utilized for career, you said.
Yes, career, creative things, marriage, all the things that Venus represents. Venus
Right.
has.
Okay. Nice. Thank you
Good.
for elaborating.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, Maureen. Yes.
Okay, 26 degrees, 2640 of Cancer. 2640 of you, we have a Gandanta that starts at 2640 of Cancer. And then I'm looking in your notes. We have an Ashtamamsha that ends on 2640
Yeah.
of Cancer. So I'm thinking, is one preparing for the other? It looks like the Ashtamamsha would come first and then right after the Gandanta.
Yeah, so that's a kind of a special place because you have that unsettled energy just before coming into the Gandanta phase. So I would say it more affects transits. So let's say if Saturn is going over that point, it will go over Ashtamamsha and then go over Gandanta rather than personal planets. Because
Oh.
you may not, unless you have planets at both those positions.
Yeah. I don't have it, but I'm thinking about if I see in one of my patients that they're on 2640
Hmm.
in their Rashi or in their
Hmm.
Navamsha
Hmm.
chart.
No, you
Is
don't look at
there
the degrees in the Navamsha. You're only looking at degrees in the Rashi
in
chart.
the Rashi. So if it's
Mm.
there,
Mm.
it's very special
Yeah.
for them.
And for Gandanta, you have to really look at almost towards the edge of Cancer. So 26 degrees itself, 2640 won't be, it's the Gandanta Pada, but it's the edge of it, like you're on the precipice. You're standing at the edge of the mountain. And that is, it has to be right at the end.
So if there was a Ashtamamsha transit for someone who was in the Gandanta, it might affect, if they use it wisely, it could really be helpful.
Yes. See,
And
the
there,
thing
there,
is usually when the transits are taking place, those are unsettled times. So the wiseness is to be restrained and not make major choices at that time. Sorry, I can't hear you, Maureen. Okay.
because I'm muted, but now I'm unmuted, but now I'm going to mute again. And thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. I shall see you all next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.